Hey everybody, welcome to the show. Come on in to my kitchen. It's David's Kitchen time. We're looking outside. We had a little snow today, but not bad. It's all dried up. Everybody's walking around. It's really cold though. It's like in the 30s. Going to get below freezing tonight. Yeah, hi everybody. I'm David Sponheim, and I'm going to be making a beef stew. $6 for 4 meals tonight. I got an amazing deal on this stew meat here. Normally $7, reduced 30%. So that's pretty much well, $5 for the meat, and then the potatoes are pretty much $1. Yeah. Oh, I guess I think with the onion and the carrots, we're looking at another. And then these things I got for 86 cents at Walmart, the French style green beans, non-GMO. I think we're looking at $7. So, but you can make it stretch. You could probably feed about 14 people with this meal, but assuming they just eat a spoonful. So I'm going to go to $7 on this. Sorry, guys. Yeah. It's getting more expensive. This is a really cheap cut of meat, even though it's a really good quality. It's designed, they cut it up for stews. Are you Stu? How you doing, Stu? Yeah. So come on into the show. Let's get into the regular show. I've got to open up some browsers. Yeah, we've got the kitchen set up here. Make sure everything's copacetic. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to clean this off a little bit. It's taken some heat in recent months. A lot of cooking going on here. Vaughn will open up first. Yeah, so the mic is working, I know. My Italian seasoning, yeah, let's take a look at that. Organic Italian seasoning, look at that. Isn't that nice? Check that out. Yeah, the basil leaves are not organic, but that's okay. Just try to move in the direction of organic whenever you can. Yeah, it's not really something you want to avoid. I'm a big organic supporter. I'm the guy who brought organic food to America, pretty much. I mean, without my help, I don't think you'd be able to have organic food. A big can of Dinty Moore, 38 ounces, is $4.18 at Walmart. Well, you just beat me on that, but I have more food. I'm going to be able to fill this whole thing up. Yeah. This is a 15-ounce can of Southgate beef stew. That would be $1, about $2, $2.15. So you're right. You're about right for 38 ounces. So I'm still going to beat that in terms of quantity. And the meat is by far superior. So. Okay, the first thing you want to do with meat is open the bag, obviously. And this is a really good stew meat. So I'm just going to put it on this plate here. Pull off this wrapper. I don't recommend, it's pretty much ready to go out of the box, but I do recommend cleaning the bag of rinsing water off of the wrapper. And the styrofoam that they use, God, I just hate this stuff that they use. It's just so non-biodegradable. It's just gross. I'm going to put it in the garbage, which obviously is just putting it somewhere else, right? Okay, hang on. I've got to get into my Periscope show. Look at that beautiful red meat. The thing you want to do with red meat is put paprika on it when you first cook it. So I'm going to put some paprika on this, dust it with paprika. And I'm going to put that, I'll have a little more paprika later, but I'm going to put that down on this pan right here, which I'm going to get hot on front burner at level 3 right now. We're going to get that going at level 3. Well, there is no gray in this meat, but you're right. Paprika does hide the gray. 5.54 for 50 ounces of Italian seasoning. I would plunge for it. Yeah, I don't think you can go wrong. Although I prefer organic, but whatever, go for it. Right. Okay, we're gonna get a Periscope now. Bear with me. All right, cool. Producing cast. Let's get this thing rolling. Yeah, tech, cooking, pandemic. I better pull pandemic off in case Twitter decides to, to censor everything. Yeah, you don't know what they're censoring anymore. They won't tell you, and there's no oversight. So we have a country that needs a law against censorship, and we're going in the opposite direction with the Democrats wanting to censor everything now. It's scary, actually, what they're trying to propose. Now, yeah, let's not talk about the election right now. I know these are Democrats wanting to censor everything now. It's scary, actually. These are uploaded to YouTube, so I don't want to be, flirting with disaster on my cooking show, right? You know how that can go. Well, let's be clear. Okay. So we have a chat link for you at Periscope if you want to go in and chat. You guys at iVlog and DLive and Boxcast, I can't talk directly to you in chat, but you can get into the chat room now at Coolrock. Coolrock.com has the Vaughn chat room in it embedded, so you can just sign up to that and then get in there and watch the chat if you're watching on Roku Boxcast. All right, so yeah, we used to even call this cooking up politics, but with the censorship going on the way it is, I'd rather not cook up politics right now. Yeah, it's just crazy, and there's no justification for this at all. All right. Doesn't everyone? Well, if you don't have one, you should get one soon, hey. All right. I'm going to put some oil on there. Okay, and then nice and hot. We're going to get that nice and hot. Put about a half a teaspoon of oil in there, or a teaspoon, teaspoon is good. Now I picked up these, whoopsie. There we go. Whoa, whoopsie. All right. Got a red onion that I really need to eat up. They don't last long. I got organic red onions the other day, and they're kind of seasonal, so I'm going to cook with a red onion today. We'll start it out with the one on the bottom. Oh, I know. Cut it like we normally do, except big chunks, basically. Okay, well, the other half of the onion will go later. We're just going to put that on the oil right now. Got a little sizzle going. Yeah, and I don't salt the meat. It's best not to, because if you salt it, it can get tough on you. Warple bit your finger. Pretty funny. Okay, so I'm going to throw a little of the right on the bottom just for flavor as it hits the grill. Just take it like that. I'm going to cover it up. I have a little hole in this lid. It helps steam rise out of it. So I don't want to steam it. I want to fry it. So it's important to get it on that grill, and just as soon as you get it on there, give it a little shake. And I will start peeling the potatoes for today. So with potatoes, let's get this wire out of here. When you peel them, you want to make them a little wet. So as you know, Sarah doesn't eat regular potatoes, so I'm gonna be eating most of the regular potatoes. But whenever you get a potato like this, you need to, you can still eat it. Just take those off of there. You don't. This could go in the ground too, and you can grow it, but just compost that. All right. So in cutting a potato, you want to hold it at the one end, and then try not to peel your finger off. So you want to constantly look at it and peel into the sink. Right. Now, if you want to make this with red potatoes or yellow potatoes, the yellow potatoes this time of year get green on the outside. You don't want to you want to peel yellow potatoes, but red potatoes are probably your best bet if you want to just cook with the skin on. Yeah, if you have very little time, you're running late for a very important date, you're COVID spacing, and you don't know where to go. You're COVID mingling. Is I lecturing first? Is this lecturing, teaching first graders? No, it's not, Ratso. Wake up. Come on. Some people don't know how to peel a potato, for crying out loud, man. I'm walking here. But don't peel your finger off, okay? Because a lot of people do. They put their finger right there and they go whoosh, right off with the finger. Yeah, that skin doesn't rebuild, It's remedial, isn't it? It's so calming, I know. Well, that's why I like cooking, But I have to do both and do the show. So that's why I fit in the 5 o'clock hour. Plus, I'm rendering one of my videos from another night that crashed. I have to run it through a separate video editor because it doesn't have any end tags on it and it won't upload. So whenever I have a hard crash on the computer, I have these loose videos that I have to piece together. Yeah, it's kind of a pain. And the rendering time takes hours. But the program is free. It's called ACDC, and I like it. I've used all programs. I've used Pinnacle, Vegas. I've used, you're talking After Effects with the Mac. I've done a lot of video editing, but I can tell you that the simpler the program, the easier it is. Video editors tend to be top heavy, and they want to put all these bells and whistles in them. And when you're buying technology like video editors, try to spend as little as possible initially, because you may not like it. Yeah, some of them, granted, you can spend upwards of $600 for a suite. And I would probably do that if I was so inclined, if I really wanted to get into video. But with all the censorship going on right now, it's kind of unnecessary. Some people work on videos for hours. That's a red potato, or that's a sweet potato rather. Sarah eats those. She won't eat the other potatoes. So, which it's a nightshade. The regular potatoes are a nightshade vegetable like tomatoes, whereas sweet potatoes are not. And nightshade vegetables tend to cause inflammation in some people, like arthritis, swells up, fingers swell up. That kind of thing. You notice how I've never taken my eye off of the peeler? That's the key. You don't want to take your eye off anything you're cutting with. If you do, you're going to have a problem. Now, if you're blind, you can do this without looking at it like I'm doing right now. If you're really good. I could probably do this without looking at it. Okay. Every last bit goes in there. Okay, let's take this over here. Okay, we're getting a little brown on one side. I'm going to turn it up to level 6. There it is. Give it a stir. Now you want to sear the meat as best you can and throw a little bit more paprika on there. You don't want to use too much paprika, no more than ½ a teaspoon total. And a little bit more oregano or Italian seasoning. Okay, and I'll cover that up and keep it at level 6 now, and we're going to sear it. I'm going to throw an onion on top of it too with the vegetables. First order of business is carrots. Yeah, I have some celery I'm going to eat up too here. Now with the vegetables, you don't need to use canned food. This is non-GMO, made by Del Monte. They make a non-GMO brand. I got this for 86 cents. I'm going to throw that in there. And that does have salt in it, so that'll be a little salted right there. These are the best things if you buy these in bulk. I'm going to throw organic carrots in there. And you can pretty much work out of the bag with this. But I'm just, I like to wash things. So. Yeah, I'm going to throw about ½ a cup of carrots together here. Actually, yeah, I like carrots. And carrots are really a big part of the stew. Winter stews are really good if you want to stay warm, and it's a tradition in America to have a nice winter stew. Okay. Rinse them off a little bit with filtered water, and then just throw those right in on top of the meat. Like that. All right. So I am going to cut up chunk up some celery here. About a couple stalks, really. Doesn't have to be big. If you see any blemishes, pull those off. But we're going to put little chunks like about this big in it. About 2 stalks is all you need. Everything looks pretty good. Throw that on top of the dish. Right on top of the meat. Okay, nice. All right, this is a slow cook, so I'm at level 6 right now. I'm kind of like accelerating things, so I'm going to start working with a few more of the vegetables and see how many I can fit in this container, because I think this will feed 4 people comfortably. It's a lot of meat. It's going to be a beefy stew. We're going to drop this down to a simmer once I finish the prep. So let's take this entire, yeah, it's sweet, sweet. I love red onions. They are really kind of cool, actually. They make the dish look nice. They're good color. Take that little blemish off the side there. You don't need that. Okay. The top cut should be a little smaller because you're going up and the thing is going to be kind of like cooking upwards. So we'll go ahead and put that on the dish. Okay. Now give it a good stir. I use wooden spatulas. You want to make sure the meat is pretty much nested into the vegetables. There you go. Now this dish requires some moisture, so we'll get to that in just a bit. So I'm gonna cut these in half. These potatoes. Yeah, I'm gonna put the sweet ones on the bottom because they're a little bit tougher. It's right on top there. I'm layering this basically as I go, and any big potatoes you can cut it in half. These look pretty good. I'm just going to give them a kind of a light cut, and they'll break up. We'll put those inside of there as well. Okay. All right. Okay, and you're going to want to put some garlic in there. So I've got some garlic cubes here. There's some cloves, 3 cloves. We'll do the old pounding routine, and that pulls the hull right off. Very nice. Yeah, I've got some good memories and bad memories about garlic. Yeah. Whenever I do this, I think of all the times I've made Italian dinners and all the different people I've known in my life. This is not an Italian dinner, though. This is an American dinner. Okay, here we go. Just throw that on top. And luckily for you, you've got water in here. So, yeah, water, sea salt, and green beans. Now, somebody said, hey, what about an electric can opener, Dave? You know? Well, actually, electric can openers are kind of weird in a way because they're metal and they're electric. And you have them near your sink. And there's moisture around the electric and the metal, especially if a can has a lot of moisture in it. So I had a bad experience with a can opener once, and it shocked me. You know, it's like, wait a second, it shocked me. Shocking. So I don't use electric can openers. I prefer hand cranks, and there are a variety of different qualities. You find one you like, that's the one you want to use. The ones that they have at the market are generally the cheapest ones are worthless. You have to pay a little extra for a good can opener. All right, so we're going to go ahead and pour the beans right on top with the water in it. All right, kind of shake it all down. Yeah, and then what you want to do is take that up to a kind of a really good hot temperature, and then turn it down. I'm going to switch covers here. I'm going to take the one with the hole off because I want this to really cook. Now you can actually do this in a pressure cooker or in a slow cooker, and I would recommend that if you have it. Those cans are BPA free. Yeah, here they are. Oh, well, maybe they aren't. Well, all the more reason to use it before, 2030. Have you stored up your 2030 food supply yet? Do you have enough food to last for 10 years? No, I've never been in a show with Michelle Obama. As much as I think she's a nice person, I do. I genuinely think Michelle Obama is a nice person. If you consider faking the entire world out and pulling that off as being nice, I don't consider that very nice, but I don't really see a malicious side in Michelle. I don't. Whereas Hillary, you got to wonder. Yeah. You and Michelle have much in common, including a cooking show, and I don't have breasts, Tom. I have a sculpted physique. I work out all the time. My body looks like an Adonis. Yours doesn't. So, yeah, you're probably 280 pounds. I'd say 5'11", and you've got about 6 or 7 flabs you're sitting around with. Yeah. Whereas I clearly am built like an Adonis, and you're just jealous. I see that. No. You know, and I have this type of muscle that's really strong and sinewy, you know, I look a lot. I don't bulk out like some people do on steroids, but I have just as much strength. There's different types of muscle. No, Rodney, I'm not projecting here. I just think that Tom has got a lot of extra weight and he doesn't want to tell anybody. Yeah. What do you really weigh, Tom? 280? Go ahead and let's make this your moment, okay? Come out and tell everybody what your true weight is. I'm guessing 280. You're coughing? Why are you coughing? So many descriptive words. Well, the big layers of voluminous amounts of flab that Tom has. Tom doesn't want to tell anybody what his weight is. You weigh 215? You have to go pee-pee really mad? Okay, you go to the bathroom now, Tom. He's mentally retarded, so we have to be nice to him. Yeah, come back later when you feel better and you can be honest with the room instead of lying about your weight. Jeez. 215. Yeah, right. What are you, 5'3"? All right. Check out this amazing drink I pick up. Carrot ginger turmeric. And what I do is I make myself a little shot glass of this. Let me put it right here. Now, while you people are drinking alcohol and taking shots because you're so tough, I'm drinking carrot ginger turmeric. Man, that's good. The only thing it doesn't have in it is garlic, you know. Of course, you could always chew on some garlic if you want. Well, it's getting late. I better close the curtains here at David's Kitchen. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and turn this guy down to low. Okay, turn the whole thing down to low, and let it sit there. And I like to put a little bit of seasoning on top, so I am gonna top it off with a little bit of Patti LaBelle's number 3. Patti LaBelle's no salt seasoning, which I highly recommend. Now, y'all don't realize how cool Patti is making this low salt stuff because it helps people with high blood pressure, you know? And Patti, I got to tell you, thank you so much because I got these for 10 cents a piece and they were wholesale one year. And man, I scored. I got about 50 of these things. They're going to be good forever. Okay, let's put a little Patti LaBelle in there. Now, you can put anything in the topper, but it's got to have some flavor to it. Garlic powder is a good one. Yeah. You can put a little pepper in there. I don't see any reason why not. You could use pepper on the meat directly, but I don't like pepper. Well, then again, pepper's pretty good. Put a little pepper in there. Yeah, I have a lot of natural herbs too that I use. We'll throw some garlic powder in there from the organic collection. I got it at Walmart for $2.34. That is a deal. Okay, we got a little garlic in there. This is going to be a slow cook. So I am officially done. That's enough food for everybody, all 4 people, okay? You will enjoy. Now, if you want to put some other vegetables in it, you certainly can, but yeah. I don't know what Patty speaks like, but I'm telling you, I speak like that. Can I speak with the freedom of speech that is afforded me by our Constitution? Can I please? My God, what's wrong with you people? What are you, Democrat? It's like you're all thinking like a herd of sheep waiting to go to the slaughter. Don't you realize that things are not exactly what they say they are? Okay, we're done. I'm going to be checking out here. So thanks for coming into the abbreviated quick prep for the beef stew. And I'm going into the other room. And I'll be joining you shortly. Take care, everybody. Later.